Let's see the solution of this question. It was in 2019 mains JE. So you can assume the common ratio as R, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what will be, so this is given to you. You are going to use this, right? So you get A3 is equals to 25A1. What is A3? Nth term in GP is equals to, yes, A1 R raised to the power N. Yes. So what will be A3? A1 R square. Yes. So you get R square is equals to 25. Now what you need to find? A9 by A5, right? And that will be equals to A1 R square divided by A. So you get R raised to R4. So you need not to even, so that's R square. So that's equals to 25 square. And that's equals to 5 raised to the 4 or 625. Actually, one of the options was 5 raised to the power 4 in the paper. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So noted it down. Let's do the next question. So the next question is A, B, C are they are be the means let them be 7th, 11th and 13th terms respectively of a AP. If these are also, if means these are also the 3 consecutive terms, so here they are now consecutive. Terms of GP. Okay. Then A by C, you have to tell what is A by C equals to. Okay, solve it out. This question is also quite simple. Yes. So in AP, ABC are 7th, 11th and 13th term, whereas in GP they are consecutive terms. So the terms are consecutive in the GP, you know, what's the relation? B will be your geometric mean and you have the relation B square is equals to AC. So that's the meaning of this. And what about this? 7th term means what?
A plus 60.
Yes. Good, good. That's good. So you can consider that because ABC is already, so it will get you confused. So better it's write A1. Okay. You can write A1, you can write capital A. So that's your choice. So what you want to write? You can write capital A also. So A plus 6D, A plus 10D, and A plus 12D. Okay, come on now, find it out. A plus 6D is equals to A plus 10D is equals to B, and A plus 12D is equals to C. So put these values here, students, in GP. Yes. What do you get? B is equals to A plus 10D.
A plus 10D the whole square.
Yes, very good.
Equals to A plus 60.
Very good.
Into A plus 20.
Very good. Come on. Solve it out. So you have to tell that A's to C ratio, right? So you can find the value of, solve it out, what you are going to get. So that's a square plus 20ad plus 100d square, and that's equals to a square plus 18ad. See, 12ad from here, and so 12 plus 6 is 18, right? And 72d square. So that's equals to, so now, so 20ad and 18, so 2ad will left here, and this is 100, this 72. So we have 28d square, and a square will cancel out. So we get 2ad plus 28d square is equals to 0, right? So factorize, students. 2d, a plus 14d, and that's equals to 0. So students, either 2d is equals to 0, so means either d is equals to 0 or a plus 14d is equals to 0. So what does this mean? But d cannot be 0 because these are non-constant terms. So that's also one of the thing. So, but d cannot be 0, so you have only one choice. So it means that a is equals to minus 14d. Okay. Now put this value of a, you need to find a by c. So a by c is equals to, what is a? A is equals to a plus 6d. So minus 14d plus 6d divided by, what is your c? A plus 12d. So 14d plus 12d. Okay, students. So what do you get? Minus 8d upon minus 2d. So that's 4. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Everybody got the answer?
Yes, sir.
That's good. So students, you are getting comfortable with these questions, good quality questions. So this question was also from IIT Mains. This question was in 2019 Mains JEE. So good questions, students. All the questions that we are doing are from JEE only, okay? All good quality questions that has already been the JEE exam, so they already have been selected by top class professors of IIT and by examiners of CBSE. So we are doing those questions only. Okay, let us do another question. So students, just try to increase your speed. Okay. So question: if the second, fifth, and ninth terms of a non-constant AP are in G, okay, then the common ratio of this GP is, so what is R then? R you have to find of this GP. So this GP has R common ratio. You have to tell what is the common ratio. Got the question, students? And this question was in 2016 mains. Okay. Come on, find it out. Very simple question, students. Just use what is given to you. Okay. So they are these many terms. So you can assume that A and D, A be the first term, D be the common difference. So what will the second term, students? A plus D. What will be the fifth term? A plus 4D. What will be the ninth term? A plus 8D. Okay.
A plus 80.
Good, good. Now you know that they are they are also in GP, right?
Yes, sir.
So they are in GP. So like you did the last question, same way you will be doing this question also. So this will be your geometric mean. So therefore, A plus 4D whole square is equals to A plus D into A plus 8D, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Find out. This square cancels out. This is 8D square. So this will be 8D square here.
A to D square is equals to AB.
Okay, so 8D, so you have got the condition 8D is equals to A, and you know that this is non-constant AP, so D cannot be equals to 0, right? So you have to find R. So R will be equals to A plus 4D upon. See students, whenever they say they are in GP, so whether it is in the last question it was given that they are consecutive terms. So even if it is not given consecutive terms, still it means the consecutive terms, okay? So
Yes, sir.
common ratio will be A plus 4D upon A plus D. Find it out.
4/3.
Very good. Correct answer. So put A is equals to. निकल गया सबका? All of you have got the answer 4/3. Good. Good.
Yes, sir.
Very good. That's good, students. So now let us do the next question. So the next question is that you have given a function now that's equals to ax square plus bx plus c, okay? And a is not equals to 0, okay? And determinant is b square minus 4ac if alpha plus beta, alpha square plus beta square, and alpha cube plus beta cube are in GP, okay? Then, so three conditions are given, students, this time. Yeah, four. So you have to tell which one is the correct option. Option A, option B, option C, and option D. Okay. So students, this question was in JEE Mains 2005. Okay. Come on, do this question. So these terms are in GP, right? So you can make use of this like we did in the last two questions, same way. So this will be your geometric mean, right? Geometric mean of this and this term. So alpha square plus beta square whole square equals to alpha plus beta into alpha cube plus beta cube, right? Come on, students, solve it out now. So what do you get here? Alpha 4 plus beta 4 plus 2 alpha square beta square, and that's equals to, again here, alpha 4 plus beta 4 plus alpha beta cube plus beta alpha cube. So alpha 4 beta 4 will cancel out. And what do you get? So you get take this term that side, alpha cube plus so students, whenever you have made this zero purposefully so that you can make factors here, like in the previous two questions you have done, right? So either alpha beta is equals to 0 or alpha minus beta equals to 0.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, here we also put the value of alpha plus beta, no, that is minus b by a, or alpha beta, that is c by a.
Okay. Do it that way also.
Okay, sir.
So from here we get alpha equals to beta, and this is alpha beta equals to 0. So this or this. So now here you can put alpha beta is equals to c by a, yes. So that will be equals to 0. Or if alpha equals to beta, yes, then if both the roots are same, then your discriminant is 0. Yes. If you have equal roots, students, this is the condition of equal roots. Do you remember or not?
Yes, sir.
Good, good, good. So it means what? Both are equal to 0. It means CA is equals to discriminant and so which of these conditions do you think is going to be correct? You can write it like this also. C is equals to 0, of course. This can only be 0 if C is 0. Yes. Or delta is equals to 0. So it means C into delta is equals to 0.
C bar.
Yes. So which option is correct here? So option C. Got this question, students? Let's do the next question then. So our next question is A, B, C are in AP. Okay. And A square, B square, C square are in GP. If A is lesser than B, lesser than C, and A plus B plus C is equals to 3 by 2, then find the value of A. What is your A then? This is what you have to find. Student, this question was in 2002 mains. So it was in 2000 exams, JEE exams 2000. There were no mains and advanced system at that point of time. Even the last question was also 2005, so there was no mains, or so it was JEE question. There was only one exam at that point of time. Okay. So students, these terms are in AP, right? So A, B, C are in AP. So if nothing is written, it means they are consecutive terms. So if you are supposed to assume 3 consecutive terms, what you are going to assume?
B is equals to A plus C. So B is written.
Okay, that's right. But yeah, this is 2b is equals to A plus C. You are absolutely correct. What? See, that's the, okay, you have used the arithmetic mean. But what will be these terms A, B, C?
A minus D, A and A plus D.
Yes, if you will be taking these 3 terms, you can take them as, and now students, you cannot, like I did in the last question also, you cannot take small a as the first term. Either take A1 or take capital D. Okay, and D also, because you are taking, that's your choice. You can take small d or you can take capital D. That's the same thing. So the terms will be A minus D, A, and so A, B, C, you can write them as A plus D, right? Because you are finding their sum. So that's the hint for me. Okay. So other conditions that you are supposed to give, and next thing is that here C is the greatest. So D is definitely greater than 0. Okay. Got the question, students? So they are in AP. So you have let these terms are this. So now the condition which is given to you, A plus B plus C. So this is not required right now. So A plus B plus C, students, what it will be? That's 3A. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Adding these 3, what do you get? So that's the advantage of taking these 3 terms like this. This was given to you, so obviously it will be used. And from here, what do you get? A is equals to 1 by 2. So what are these numbers now? What are these numbers? So put this value over here. So these numbers are 1 by 2 minus D, and 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 plus D, right?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
now their squares are in GP. Okay. So now GP, their squares are in GP. Now you can use that like we have used earlier also. Geometric mean concept, yes. So
B square square is
First of all, do their squares, right? So 1 by 2 plus d whole square, 1 by 2 square, and 1 by 2 plus d whole squares. They are in GP, so they were in AP, and their squares are in GP. Okay. Now 1 by 2 square means 1 by 4, and doing square of it. Okay. Good. Solve it out, students. Come on, let me see who's going to do it this time. It's a very simple question. Come on. So solving this, what do you get? 1 by 16 equals to, what's this? A minus B, A plus B. So,
a square minus
so A square minus B square whole square. So what's your A? 1 by 2. So 1 by 4 minus D square whole square, right? So square rooting both sides. So plus minus 1 by 4 is equals to 1 by 4 minus D square, right? So what do you get, students? So D square equals to, D square cannot be negative. And so D cannot be 0 because these are three different terms. Okay. So this option is ruled out. So this option, you are left with only one option. So D square is equals to 1 by 2. And it means D is equals to plus minus 1 by root 2. Okay. So what will be your first term? A. You have to find the first term. No, that was your question. What's your A? Is 1 by 2 minus D. So that's 1 by 2 plus minus 1 by root. So that's your first term, students. So the choice that were given in the question were actually the only one choice. So both the choices are correct, but only negative was given in the question. So you will take the negative choice. Okay. Is this clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Shall we do the next question? Yes. Ready for the next question, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, beta, yes.
Sir, I think this is a minus b, a plus b is a whole square 1 by 4 whole square minus d whole square.
हाँ सी बेटा ये है ना आपके पास दिस इज a minus b whole square into a plus b whole square, right? You can write this like this also. Yes,
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
and this will be equals to a square minus b square and then
Okay, sir.
okay, students. So let's do the next question. So the next question is alpha beta are the roots of equation x square minus x plus p equals to 0. Okay, and gamma and delta be the roots of equation x square minus 4x plus q equals to 0 if alpha beta gamma delta are in GP, then students here the integer values means p and q are integers. Okay, treat them as integers. Then you have to find the value of their integral value. Then integral value of p and q. Okay, so you have to find p, you have to find q. Think about this question, students. This was also in 2001 JEE. Okay, so you can write this as x square minus sx plus p if you have the roots. Yes, how do you write the quadratic equation as x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equals to 0. Is it okay, students? So what do you get from this equation? Alpha plus beta equals to 1 and alpha into beta equals to p. Okay, and what do you get from this second equation? Gamma plus delta equals to 4 and gamma into delta is equals to q. Yes, so I've got the 4 equations and these 4 numbers, they are in GP. So they are in GP. Let R be their common ratio. So how do you write these terms, students? Alpha R, alpha R square, alpha R cube, right? So that's your alpha, beta, gamma and delta. Is it okay, students? This is your equation 1, this is your equation 2, this is your equation 3 and this is your equation 4. So put these values of alpha, beta, gamma, delta in these four equations, what do you get? Yes, from first. What do you get from first equation, students? Alpha plus alpha r equals to 1. So what do you get from here? Alpha into 1 plus r equals to 1. Now what about this third equation? Let us take the sum. So gamma, so there's some alpha r square plus alpha r cube is equals to 4, because I know that I can take alpha square common and it will be in the same form. So alpha r square is the common here. So I get 1 plus r equals to 4. So you get these equations. This is let this equation be 5 and this equation be 6. Okay, students. So solve these equations. You can just simply divide these equations. What do you get? 1 plus r cancel out, alpha cancels out. So what do you get? R square is equals to 4. And this gives you r is equals to plus minus 2. So you got the value of r.
Yes, sir.
So what will be p equals to now? Equation 2. P equals to,
Alpha into beta.
yes, alpha into beta, and you know the value of r is this. So p is equals to alpha into beta is alpha into r. So alpha into alpha r. What is q equals to? Alpha r square into alpha r cube. So now put these values here. If we put r is equals to minus 2 first, okay, so we are putting first case 1, r is equals to, let us put minus 2 first, okay. So what do you get here by putting minus 2? So what are these terms will be? These terms. What these terms will be? Alpha will be equals to, so you have to find the values of p and q, right? This p and this q. This is what you need to find. So you already got the value of r.
So we should have to find the value of alpha first
Yes. So how will you find the value of alpha?
by using the first equation. Alpha plus beta is equal to 1. Beta can be further written as alpha r.
Okay.
Then alpha plus alpha r is equal to 1.
Yes.
And putting the values plus 2 and minus 2. Alpha which from out to be 1 by 3 or minus 1.
Yes. So, but we need here, see, this is integral value, this r. So you have got two values of r, or two values of alpha. So which value you are going to take, integral value or the fractional value?
So we will have to consider both values.
Why will you consider both the values?
Because R
Yes,
can be fraction as well as integers.
beta, it is, see, R is integer and you want here integer only. So alpha is supposed to be integer. It is given P and Q are integers. Integral value you have to find of P and Q. So put this in equation 5. Put R is equals to -2. What do you get the value of alpha?
Minus
So find out the answer, students. What will be P and Q, and put R is equals to 2, then what is value of alpha and what will be P?
T is equal to -2 and Q is equal to -32.
Okay, all of you find it out. Yes. So alpha plus, you can directly write alpha minus 2 alpha equals to 1. So alpha equals to -1. And if you put, so and another value of from equation 5, if you put R is equals to +2, so here you put R is equals to -2. If you put R is equals to +2, then what do you get? Alpha plus 2 alpha is equals to 1. Yes.
Yes.
So alpha equals to 1/3. So this value we are not going to take. Okay. Because if we take this value, we will not get the integral values. Okay. So this we are not going to take because we will not get P and Q as integers. Okay. So put alpha is equals to +1 here and R is equals to -2 here. So P equals to
-2.
-2, yes. Because you have considered this alpha, you have calculated with the help of R equals to -2. So you are considering here alpha is equals to -1 and R is equals to -2. Is this clear, students?
Yes, sir.
And what will be the value of Q?
-32.
Yes, correct. Okay, students, shall we move on to the next question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So next question is, if A, B, C, D and P are distinct real numbers, okay, such that what is the relation between them? A square plus B square plus C square into P square minus 2 into AB plus BC plus CD into P plus B square plus C square plus D square into P, sorry, B square plus C square plus D square. So their sum is lesser than equal to 0. Then A, B, C, D are in A option. They are in AP. Option B, they are in GP. Option C, they are in harmonic progression. Option D, AB is equals to CD. They satisfy this relation. So we have no choice but to solve this further, to solve it out. Yes, that's right. Only one thing is given to us. Yes. Is this clear, students? So let's simplify this. So multiply P square with this. Come on, do it.
A square B square plus
Yes, good. Solve it out. So what do you can you make some whole square here, students? We have done this kind of questions earlier also. We have done this kind of question earlier also. Making whole squares. Yes. Can we make them whole square? Because yes, we can see that this is A square, P square, and then another term we can take as B, right? These three terms we can take together. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Plus now again this term B square P square and then 2BCP and C square. This term you can take. Yes or no? Plus the remaining term C square P square. This and this and this. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what do you get, students? What this will be equals to? AP minus B whole square. This Quite simple question, isn't it?
Yes, sir. P minus C whole square.
Yes.
CP minus B whole square.
Yes. So this will be lesser than equals to 0. So is it possible that sum of squares are, because some of this will definitely be a positive number, because these are real numbers a, b, c, d. So this will be positive and this will also be positive. So what does this mean, students?
AP minus B is equal to 0, BP minus C is equal to 0, and CP minus
Yes, that's the only choice. So they can either be 0 or positive, 0 or positive. If this is lesser than 0, not possible. So the only choice we have is that actually a, b, we can write it like this, that a, this gives us equals to 0. Okay, so 3 squares equals to 0, or it means they all are 0. Okay,
Sir, A, B, C, D are in GP.
yes, a, b, c, d are in
GP.
GP. Yes, right. So this is equals to 0, BP minus C equals to 0, and CP minus D equals to 0. So what do you get from here? P equals to B by A. Here you get P is equals to C by B. And here you get P equals to D by C. Right, so it means their common ratio is same. Yes, so P is their common ratio. Yes or no? R is equals to B by A, C by B, D by C. So this P is actually their common ratio. So it means A, B, C, D are in GP. Okay, students. So we have done a lot of questions today. Do them once more, okay? And the previous questions that you think are difficult. So always keep on, segregating the questions as easy, difficult, very difficult, and keep on revising the questions that you feel difficult. No need to do the questions that you feel easy, okay? So even the advanced questions that we have done already, or couple of questions that you think are quite tricky, so you can do them again. So keep practicing the questions that we have done, students. Lots and lots of questions we have done. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.